Think also about this. When, like, for example, yes, you have the right to say what you want to say. You have an opinion, and yes, you can do whatever you want to do, especially if you have your own house. But when someone challenges you, your opinion, your intelligence, and you turn it around as if it's a threat, turn the question as if it's a threat, and you call the system to the household that you build in the first place, a family. You are just as fucked up and stupid and wicked just as the fucking racist system we live in. I'm talking about. I don't care if you. I don't care what color you are. The mentality and the programming is the reason why. And there's solutions to that to get out of that. You know what I mean? Like, if like I call it the black sheep syndrome. The man who lives with a family and he distances himself from them is not always an arrogant. It comes off as arrogant from a surface point of view. But when you look deeper, everything has layers, spirals, flowers, all that shit. When you look deeper into it, yeah, I went in science right now, but when we look deep into it, he's bettering himself behind closed doors. He's building, he's making plans like some Batman type shit. He's building his legacy. And outside of that little cocoon, you got family members gossiping, putting him down, saying he's this and that on some petty, basic, superficial shit, as if everybody has this shit together, as if everybody is Jesus Christ if he existed, as if everybody is a smooth surface type of person. So even if you do right, there's always more to do, but do it on your own terms. Write your own narrative, and that's the kind of guy that was or woman. And the entitlement thing and the codependency is what goes on when you don't have your own, when you are born into that family, when you're not as privileged as the next person that so-called has an understanding family unit. Like we have arguments and stuff, but we're not that broken. The house is not broken like that. You rely on the make it or break it type of thing, like kind of like everybody does at work. You hold it in. You hold it in for as long as you can. Then when you 25, 20, 24, 25, in college, in debt, whatever lifestyle you have, you going on your own. Yeah, yeah. You go out into the world alone, and then for some reason you got to remind yourself, like, yo, I made it. There's gonna be more problems besides the shit you went through, but it prepared you for the shit that's gonna come. That's what sometimes I gotta remind myself, like, oh shit, yeah. But at the end of the day, it's all about reminding yourself of what we already know. But it's just the program that makes it hard. Like I told you before, this all goes back to the origins of this country. This is one of the most. I mean, that's if you're, um, like fairly like informed, not misinformed. But America historically is hypocritical as shit. The this is a great country only because they jacked other countries for their shit. So go back in the day, the wealthy whites, the racist, not the average white, they're not racist, but the wealthy whites, the racist ones that pillaged and raped and sodomized the Indians, they had a plan from the start. They said they basically conditioned and programmed the poor whites and blacks. Um, hey, white man, you're not better than us, but you're better than the blacks. You know what I'm saying? So is the program that program is still today. And I would never be like, oh, that you can't knock any white person. That's not what I'm saying. That's a black and white type of thought process. But I am saying there's a reason why this thing is systematic racism, underlining racism. That shit existed. It's in your fucking face. That's why the black man has to work just as hard, or black woman, and they have to present themselves in a certain way so they won't fit the stereotype their system is perpetuating themselves as. When you have a for example, a newscast or a medium or forum that um, spreads all these things that's happening in the news and stuff. Whatever, a kid get hit by a car, unfortunately, or whatever the case. But you have barely see the fact that the slave thing is happening again. You heard about that? The slave thing. Slavery is back. That's what's happening. So there's a reason for that. It's called false news. They don't report the news. They create the news. And the news wasn't even all this negative before. I heard stories where I'm only 22, but I heard stories where back in the day they had some kind of positive about it, but people have to question the fucking content that being consumed by. Yeah, I'm gonna let you go.